Hi group, my name is Renee Hemme, and I completed my service learning project on a middle school showcase night at the high school I coach for. There I coach volleyball and basketball. It's separate from the school that I teach at, but it's just an awesome gig. We've realized as a coaching staff, teachers, administrators, club directors, that oftentimes when students come, they just do not realize the expectations, the time commitment, the availability, and the options that they have at our high school. So, with that being said, we've made what we call a showcase night, where all middle school parents are welcome and they bring their students to come and just have face to face conversations with us. In the past, I've not been committed to the showcase night, just not really knowing the expectations and not being a head coach. It's not necessarily something that you have to do. However, I did teach middle school last year, so a lot of the faces I knew and wanted to be sure that my familiar face could be there for their parents as well. Um, it was a great learning experience in the fact that we get to discuss not only with the parents, but then the students come alone. So they're coming to individual tables, which we've laid out. I sat at the volleyball one this year. Basketball is right next to me, so being a coach of both sports, I was able to have conversations with parents interested in either, especially being freshmen. I coach the freshman team for basketball, and I coach the varsity team for the volleyball. So being available for both of those was just awesome, and giving that face-to-face, hey, we're not just an email, we're not just a phone call, we're here to answer your questions and make this an easier process so that when you do come to our high school, you can be successful. With that being said, a big thing that we wanted to set up was our expectations. So we practice 5 times a week, and that's not normal, especially in middle school. And if you're not really committed to a sport before this opportunity, 5 times a week is going to feel like a lot. So we wanted to be sure that we were able to communicate that with parents, answer questions on just how much intensity a practice can be, and also just being committed to a team. You have 12 other girls counting on you. So when you do make this commitment to be a part of our volleyball program, you're not just doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for others around you. We developed a brochure, so it has all of our coaching staff. We have 4 levels, and it describes who they are, our biographies, why we coach, why we love being with these kids, and why we've been there for numerous years. None of our coaching staff has coached less than 6 years in the Colorado area, which is a pretty awesome thing to be able to say. We also, in the brochure, had all of our summer camps. So we run clinics where we can do specific players such as defense, setting, hitting, and then we do overall camps. So this is a great opportunity for our girls to just kind of see what other freshmen are coming to our school, how they work together, seeing kind of their peer groups mingle and maybe even change. When you get on the court, it's just a little bit different. So we wanted to kind of give that opportunity and have that aware on their calendar, because if we have it set up a year in advance, why not have it for them as well? We also just wanted to kind of give feedback. I mean, we've heard so often that they don't know what to expect and they feel as though the program is something more than what they had anticipated. So we really just wanted to be able to have that face-to-face conversation of, it's not extreme, but at the same time, we're committing to you more than 5 days a week, because we all know as teachers, educators, coaches, it's not just the time that you're on the court that you're spending working on those kids and those girls. So just kind of giving that, but also having that conversation of question and answer. How am I going to be able to help your daughter be successful, and how can you all make me successful in doing that for your daughter? I hate having to do email conversations with parents that have not ever seen me or been able to be in our gym. That has to be extremely nerve-wracking. So having this opportunity where I'm there for 3 hours and you can sit with me however long you want, asking however many questions you need to feel comfortable, I am more than willing to do that so that we can have a successful program and they can have an awesome time on our team. It's also us initiating. So we made the showcase night as coaches, club directors, and teachers to just kind of give an opportunity. We saw the need and the fact that too often they just seem so surprised at our expectations and so surprised at how serious our athletics can be. So why not make that an open communication, an open door, and be there sit in front of them and say, okay, let's have a conversation. If you don't necessarily feel comfortable, ask away. I'm here for your answers, and I'm fully confident that we can come to a conclusion as to if it's a good decision for you to be a part of the team or if it's not, or please just come try out. We take anyone and everyone, and with 4 levels, over 45 girls in the program, you're pretty much guaranteed some time on the court. So why not be a part of a peer group and be a part of a family? It was heavily based on verbal communication. So I do have the brochures. I had posters up. We had our cool uniforms to try and entice people because we all know swagger can be pretty helpful as coaches. But having that verbal, here I am, I'm not just throwing it over email, I'm not texting you, and I'm not having a phone call. I am here. You get to see my body language, my facial expressions, and know that I am completely honest and telling you everything that I can. It's also a good time, too, for them to see us interact with others. So with it being such a big night, there was a consistent line, and there was times where we just had to say, I'm really sorry. I realize you waited 15 minutes to talk to us. Thank you so much. And we all know when you're able to communicate, just even knowing in a social scheme how things are working, that says a lot. Not only are you caring about yourself, but you're also taking responsibility for the fact that you took someone else's time. And it was a big listening night. As coaches, I feel like we try and answer for each other, or we try and answer through parents that we feel comfortable with. But when it's stranger to stranger and you hear automatically, I don't know what I think about that. I don't know if I'd want my daughter to be a part of that. That's huge. Or the fact that they're like, yes, oh my gosh, you just said that. And I'm thinking that was just a little detail. Now I know even more about what people are looking for and what they value. So what an awesome experience in having those conversations, and it's no longer a guessing game. There was questions, obviously, looking just at our interpersonal skills that we've talked about throughout the course, and not just leaving them to one-word answers. I wanted to be sure that parents and students left confident knowing what our program meant and what it means to be a part of our high school. We're extremely community-based because we are a landlocked high school, and we just consistently are trying to outreach to other individuals to just show everything that we have to offer, because we're just like a little hidden secret, I feel like. But it was just awesome. And then it's also us being assertive. Like I said, we saw the problem. I don't want parents to come and feel as though they weren't prepared or didn't know what to expect. So having the brochure with the answered questions, we have created an app as well, so it notifies anyone who's downloaded the app when our games are, where our games are at, what time our practices are for all 4 levels. We do have open gyms in the summer, clinics, and it just alerts them right away. Hey, in 4 hours, we're going to be meeting as a volleyball program. Please come, participate, come enjoy it. So just having that, we see that you need to know where we are in order for you to come see us. So just being that assertive, we're here to help you. So please take advantage of that, whether it's through email, our website, our app, the brochure you got, or even just come see us. Come to the gym. We've many a time sat in the bleachers with parents who had no idea why they were there and if their daughter was going to enjoy it. And we sat there and answered their questions, met their daughter, kind of gave them a down low of how our program is ran. And I can tell you right now, those conversations were the most beneficial that we've had. This learning project for me was definitely an experience that I'm not going to forget and I'm going to continue to be a part of. I think that open communication and face-to-face talk is something that we're consistently losing just because of how available technology is and widespread. And nights like this, you just can't replace the fact that I'm sitting at a table as a head coach willing to have a conversation with you, and you have the time to come to our gym and have a conversation with us. When you get to put that face-to-face interaction and that experience, it says a million times more than an email or a phone call. And I'm really starting to see the value in that. And this service project definitely helped to see that. The process is kind of strenuous. I'll be honest. I don't want to spend 3 hours on a weeknight while I just had fall break for teaching, talking about what my volleyball program is about and why you should be a part of it. because being an athlete, it's hard to see why would you not want to. But that's just totally my personality. But that process and the fact of going through it and saying, oh my gosh, I put so much time into this brochure, I put so much time into the advertising, and then just seeing how successful it was and having those lasting conversations. We've already had 5 to 10 emails of, we loved getting to meet you, we're excited for next year, I really think our daughter's going to play, or at least try and play. And those are probably people that we never would have reached if we didn't do the showcase night. So just having that interlapping of, here we are and we want to know you, and having that fully aware and out there for the public is just an awesome experience. It's consistently important for me to be put back, I don't want to say in my place, but kind of. Being an extrovert is not always easy for people. And so for someone to take the time to want to have a conversation, admit that they don't necessarily know or have all the answers to questions about our program, I think that it's important for us as coaches to look back and say, all right, how can I make it available for you to understand and for you to see what we are providing and how we're providing it? And in the teaching realm, do we not do that every day? I mean, I consistently am emailing parents, your child did this and it was so awesome. Or, hey, let's have a phone conversation because I'm kind of seeing some emotional things come out that I'm not used to seeing with your student. And it's the same kind of process. Why not have those open communication lines in every part of my life? And why not be out there when I'm confident in what I'm doing and knowing that it's going to be a positive experience for anyone who can be a part of it? I'm going to continue to, like I said, be a part of this showcase, and I'm also going to put kind of a weight on my shoulders of knowing I need to be more open to communication and make their availability of myself a more consistent opportunity for parents. So we do have 2 meetings in the summer to just kind of give people information, and I want to do that more often. And I think as a volleyball program, if we're out in the community, there's no reason that our program cannot continue to be better, and for us to get more involvement from even just outside sponsors. You want to come watch our game? Yes, please do. But without getting out there, being out there and having those conversations, that kind of thing can't happen. So I just want to say I'm really glad that I did this service learning project. I think it's not only going to grow my availability for my volleyball program and basketball program, but I'm also just going to be available for the community. So that's my service learning project.